So fast forward to me quitting the banking sector. I have been to about six tech events, if I'm not capping, six tech events so far this year, and I have gotten a job which I did for 3 months. Um, like I didn't have to put in my resume and all that. I did that, and I even led the job to win some funding and all ways or those steps things for you to have an effective network or to start an effective network is actually things that will keep us building our career, building our life, improving our life, and developing our lives. Hi, my people. All right, welcome back to another episode of Keep Building Show. I am Miss Miliana. If you are new here, welcome to the family. To my OGs, I see you all, and thanks for tuning in on this week's episode. I think at this point we are doing this every week. We are building the momentum and the consistency. All right, so for my newbies, what we do here is to just talk about um, life building activities, actually, things that will keep us building our career, building our life, improving our life, and developing our lives. So I just discuss these topics and also share my personal story about these topics. Okay, so for today's episode, we are talking about networking and connections. Um, from the beginning of this episode, from the beginning of the series, I have been talking from my childhood, right? I have been talking about my childhood, and the very first episode or the very first section or session of the of each episode is my personal story. Sorry, I'm a bit happy, right? Okay, so for today's story time, my story time or my experience is going to be something recent. Something recent, I would say a year, no, this year actually, about few months ago, maybe in the month of May, is when I started active networking and connections, and I have seen much growth in whatever I do. And I'm writing, I'm scripting this, and I'm like, or I'm scripting this whole show, and I'm like, why didn't I know all this like in my early years, like in my teens or my early 20s? Like, what would have been that? Like, it would have been a big difference because I know I listened to advice. So if I had taken this minor advice, would have done a lot. And I realized that I really wasn't using my phone properly, and I also didn't have anybody grooming me upside God. And at that time, so I wasn't really listening to God that much. Yeah, I wasn't letting God lead me. If I had let God lead me, I wouldn't have just said okay. He would have even brought the right people for me to speak to or for them to speak to me, but I didn't do that. Right, so I am learning all this now, and I hope this is going to help you as a younger bee, or like you in my age, will also know that, oh, you're doing something wrong, why don't we do it this way? So that's why it's keep building. We keep building our knowledge, we keep building our skills, we keep building our career. We are not, we don't stop building here. Okay, so let's get into my story segment. Okay, so for my story, I am going to start from when I started networking or when I realized the value of networking. I naturally didn't know the value of networking. I didn't know about it. I didn't know that the friends I was making in high school really will mean a lot, because if I grow, they are the same people who will be in other ministries and other CEOs that I would relate to. That my friend is here, my friend is there. I really didn't see the future that way, or I didn't picture it, or I didn't know about like I have to keep my network, I have to keep my connections, right? So if you're my friend, you're my friend. Funny enough, I was cool to everybody. That's a plus, but I really didn't make conscious effort to keep like some friendship going, or I just hello hi and that's it. But actually, hello hi doesn't cut it. You should actually try to build a connection, even if the person is not going to be talking to you 24/7 and all that. But they'll get to a point whereby there's going to get to a point whereby when you meet or you need something, they still can say, "Oh, I know you. Oh, you did," like you could have a conversation, right? So that I didn't know about in high school. University too, I didn't know. I could see a lot of conferences in my email, but I didn't know I had to participate. I would sleep that Saturday morning or that Saturday evening or that Sunday afternoon because I really didn't know the value of conferences, right? So fast forward to me quitting the banking sector. Immediately I quit that Friday. My Friday 10th was my last day. The next Monday to Wednesday was actually a tech event, a big tech event happening in Ghana, and I participated, and that changed. Like that was like an initiation to the tech space for me because I was like, I love it here, and I'm going to stay. So that like made me know that I was really on the right path, and I made sure I made some friends. Was like I just opened up, and then I was talking to people, and I realized that okay, networking is not really that hard. One, you know your value. Two, you just have to you just have to smile to someone and the person's keep talking to you and get to realize that oh, you have the same interest or something. So I even made friends who had the same interest as data. I also made friends who actually have a research company and are like, maybe I may get a job there, but God was just teaching me something as after all. So that was my first ever networking event. It was like on 11th to 13th May or so. Oh no, it wasn't 11th. I think it was 10th was a May or was a Friday. So 11th was a Saturday. So 13th May to 15th May. I made sure I participated in all from Monday to Friday to Wednesday actually, and I loved it in the tech space. I won't lie. So that was my first initiation to it. And then now when it comes to connections, um I'll talk about LinkedIn a bit. LinkedIn really, really helped me a lot. Like I won't lie. Right now, my target for LinkedIn this year was to hit 1,000 followers, and I've already hit that. And I'm building strong connections, and I'm right now trying to find my own personal strategies because there are lots of strategies online there, and those strategies are for different goals. And I also have a different goal at mind, so I'm trying building it, but the connection on LinkedIn, do not joke with it. It really helped me. So, in summary of my story or my experience, so that I don't talk much, um, I have been to about six tech events, if I'm not capping, six tech events so far this year, and I have gotten a job which I did for 3 months. Um, like I didn't have to put in my resume and all that. I did that, and I even led the job to win some funding and all those things. And one other thing is through my networking and connection in on LinkedIn, I've been able to get my amazing co-founder, which we have been able to partner and co-found found our tech community, which is thriving very well. Check us out at Tech Circle community. Yeah. So on LinkedIn we are the Tech Circle community. On IG we are the Tech Circle.gh. Yes, you see us there. It's a beautiful community you wouldn't want to miss out on. Yeah, so that's what I have doing currently whilst I teach my data analytics and as well. So in the nutshell, just few months from May to now, I've been able to work through networking, get a job through networking, which lasted for 3 months. I've also been able to start up a community which is actually going to birth more amazing opportunities. So you could see the power of networking. And imagine if I had started this years back, I would have been a pro in whatever I was doing at that time and even add more. So like right now I urge you to not think about networking or people like I don't want to I'm not a people person, but they actually help you build your career easily. You don't have to Sometimes you don't even have to put out that resume. Maybe the resume is just for official purposes, like just for professionalism's sake, but you've already gotten the job and you are good to go because the person know you one on one, right? So your networking and your connections are very, very important. We get to hear who you know. Try to know people, and for you to know people, just get into those events, conferences, and all that, and you meet people. Your face should shine. You should smile. You should be free. and you like you get to know that it's actually nice, especially the text space. The text space is so nice. Like I'm in love. I am in love with the tech space. I won't lie because, bro, that place is so amazing. So that's my personal story. I started networking and connections um about 5 months ago. Yes, about no 6 months or 7 months ago, almost 7 months ago, and it has changed my life and my perspective. Now I know that communities are there to help me, so I am even creating one. Uh, I founded one with my co-founder. For my LinkedIn, I am looking at everybody as my community member, not just someone who's going to give me a job. And it's like connecting people and talking to people has become easy. I know people by their face and their names and what they do on LinkedIn, though I don't know them physically, but the connection is there because we speak the same language. We are serious about something. Even if it's not data analytics, like we are all in the space of growing our career, and it's so beautiful to see someone you don't know from anywhere just always commenting on your post that, oh, you are doing great. I'm seeing what you're doing. The feeling is great. So just take it serious, okay? It's not too like it's not any hard thing, right? So let's get into today's points or ways or steps for you to have an effective network or to start an effective networking period of your time of your life, right? The very first thing, let's take a break. Okay, so welcome back to the main show. And today we are going to be talking about tips for effective networking. So the very first tip is be intentional. At this point, everybody you see is hold some gold you may take. You may never know, right? So be intentional about your networking. Do not think about quality. Do not think about quantity more, but quality. And when you are entering into a room, for me, when I'm entering into a room, I remember or I remind myself the value I carry and the value I'm going to bring into that room. And so when I enter, it's easier for me to be intentional that this is what I'm carrying, babe, or this is what I'm carrying, bro. So we are going to reciprocate, you get. So it's very very important for you to be intentional about yourself and then about the room you're entering, because if you know what you carry and you know where you are entering into, you know what you are going to give, and then afterwards you will know what you want to take out of the place, so you get to know who you are talking to, and that's actually channels your conversation and what to say, right? So the next point is give before you take. And I think I have even mentioned it already. Give before you take. Or I have given a scenario when you are entering into a room, know your value. And when you enter when you enter the room, know like the room you are entering and then the value you are going to give in that room before you take. So you get to know that, okay, I'm giving this, I will want to get this. So maybe if I'm entering a room of students with their teachers and all that, I am also teaching online though, so I'm a teacher. So when I'm entering as a teacher with the value of with the knowledge of data analytics. So when I share my journey and my knowledge, I'm expecting to get some tips from the how to teach the students or how the students understand things, and then also take some tips from the teachers on how they teach their children, because I'm not a professional teacher. Do you understand? So you give and you take. It's a give and take thing in this world, and when you connect and network, it makes it easier for you to build and grow. Yes. The next one is leverage on social media, babe. I won't talk much about this, but I just want to introduce you to LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is going to change your life. If you actually don't know how to optimize your LinkedIn to your personal, this thing is like when I start my LinkedIn optimization business or like go or community, I would ride on personalizing your LinkedIn optimization, because it's really important. When you go online and you search and all that, you get to realize that everybody and their story about how they optimize their LinkedIn to make money out of it. It's not the same for everybody. So you should know how to personalize your social media, and so that you can connect to like-minded people who are in your industry, right? You are I am a data analyst, so anytime I am not just a data analyst, but a community builder and all that. So though I cut across the whole tech industry and all that, but when I'm connecting, I try to connect with more technical people, data analytics and all that, so that when I post something about data analytics, I know people will consume it. I know my audience are looking for that. When I post about community building and just saying hello to my people too are there. So you should personalize your social media. At this point, you shouldn't just be posting on social media with no goal ahead. Your social media is supposed to represent who you are and show the journey you've been on. So as we are here, I know I don't have a lot of followers. I'm not rushing it, and because this is just a fun way for me to relax in a week, to come talk, because I am a talkative anyways. So to come talk and talk about valuable things, right? So my social media has a whole just one. So at the long run, when I am on the stage higher and all those things, when you come back and track my records from my social media, you know that this girl has been there. We've gone through it, yeah. So do not just do not feel intimidated about social media, especially when you go to, maybe when you go to Instagram, everybody's posting nice picture. You don't have nice picture, please look for how you will take nice picture and post, okay? Or look for what you can post there. When you go to LinkedIn, everybody's serious and all that. You too, you can be serious. So start channeling that seriousness out of you. It's very important. So do not say I can't do it. You can do it, and you just need to ask for help. And the help is on the internet, right? Even I'm here. You can't just ask for help from me. All right. So now the other thing is attend events, either in person or virtual. As I have spoken, it was through an in person event that I got the job I spoke about, the 3 month job I spoke about. And so I wouldn't talk much about this, but just to know, it's just so you know, I got a job out of going for in person events, and it's amazing for you to go. Just maybe in a month or in 2 months or in a quarter, try to save some money to go for conferences, or try to look for conferences to go, maybe virtual or something, maybe two in a month, or one in a month, or four in a quarter. It's fine. Just take it at your own pace, because as I am here, I'm financially not like buoyant, but I am very inclined with my finances. I'm not there yet, so I am very conscious about it, and I have to plan and budget for everything. Then the next thing is, I think, the last one, which we are trying to build here on on our YouTube, which is be consistent. Do not just start 1 month and then you go and come back another 3 months or another 6 months. When you start, just keep going, keep building, because it will make sense when the time is due. Like, it will make sense. And also, it's something about compounding. You keep adding one there, you keep little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. It's not like, though, like, it's not gonna be a mighty ocean, but like little drops of water is going to fill up the cup, it's going to fill up the bucket. And if you drop one drop of water, and then you go and sleep and come and drop it another month, when would that bucket be full? But let's say you just put the tap is dropping one at a time. You just put the bucket there and leave it, and it keeps dropping in. It keeps dropping in. It keeps dropping in for a year. That bucket will be overflowing. Trust me. So that's consistency. And even as I am here trying to keep uh, recording these videos, I'm actually building my consistency. So that's actually why I'm not really like pushing, like, oh, I need the views, I need the likes and all. But I need them though. But then I'm not pushing, because I actually have to build my momentum no matter what. Come rain or shine, we are going to shoot a video every week. You get. So that is it for this section. Try to be an open book, or not open book like share all your secrets or share all what you do, but an open book in your mind. So an open mind, have an open mind, and be ready to grow your mindset, be ready to change your mindset, be ready to take the trash out of your head and put in good gold, and invest in yourself. keep growing. And this is actually a way of you investing in yourself. Meeting people actually means you are investing in yourself, because people are going to tell you, or you are going to identify some things you didn't know about yourself when you meet people, because the person is going to do something like, I normally do this, so I didn't know that was that bad. Because the person did this and it's like, nah, this is bad. But I used to do it, but I didn't know. So all this is very important. Like networking aside, you getting the opportunities and all that actually makes you grow. Right. So let's get into lesson from a podcast. And we are going to take, I even bought this book recently, Diary of a CEO. I'm here to read it. And I think I'm going to read it in December, and you are going to have a review every, I want to do those vlogmas, but I don't have anything to post. I don't have any fun thing going on. So maybe we'll just review a book. I think it's not bad. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so for Diary of a CEO, Stephen by Stephen Bartlett, Bartlett. Hope I got the name right. It says one thing. Okay, so I'm going to read. So one thing I learned from a recent Diary of a CEO. I watched Diary of a CEO, one of the podcasts I watched. Um, Diary of a CEO episode is the importance of vulnerability in building connection. Stephen talked about how being open about your struggles and challenges make you more relatable and trustworthy. I have tried, okay, so this is me. I have tried this before. Yeah. So in fact, on my LinkedIn, some of my posts are genuinely from my ads, and those posts actually get more reaction. I recently, I think last week, I posted. I went off. I wasn't consistent for like 3 days, and I came back, and I'm like, I'm not consistent. I'm tired, and and like those people, like people were relating. Oh, this is me. Oh, I was like, oh, okay. So I'm not the only one, right? That makes me feel okay. That okay, I'm not the only one in this thing, and I'm going to figure it out. Okay. So now we move on to the final section, which is question of the day. Okay. Okay, so the question is, who is one person you want to connect with this week, and what's your plan to start that conversation? It may be someone on like some popular person. It may be just a lecturer. It may be a teacher. It may be me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn as Francisca Miliana Zonki. Just type the Miliana and the full name will come. You find out it's me with the face. I think at this point, all my social media has my short hair face, the short hair, my birthday picture. Yes. So find out that person and just send a DM. Yeah, you may never know, right? You may never know. In fact, today as I am speaking to you, this video is gonna come on Friday, but I'm recording this on Wednesday, and I just started something with my LinkedIn that I'm going to be connecting with people or recruiters or data analytics recruiters, and I sent connection to about 6 people, and I got accepted by 3 people. So that's average. So you may never know. You may never know. So my girl, my guy, just start, okay? Just connect with the person, and you'll be amazed like what the turn up is gonna be. Even if the turn up is a bad one, you get to realize that so there are this type of people in this world. Please, I beg, and it's going to make you alert on your next um connection or networking, right? Okay, so we've come to the end of today's episode. My guy, my girl, you know what you do for me, right? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell that other friend that Miss Miyala has dropped another video, and today she's talking about networking and connections, how it means a lot to network, and why people are important for you to have the opportunities. Actually, who you know is important. Come listen to Miss Miliana. Tell them for me. And to you watching me, right? Please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We are building it step by step as we go, right? So please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video to your friends, my guy, my girl. Share this video to your friends, and let's connect. All right. So if you have any relatable story, about networking and connections, I would love to hear it. Please drop it in the comment section or drop a thumbs up in the comment section for me, right? Thank you so much for listening to me. And it's bye for now. I also say this peace out. And I also say this take care. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.